our Morpheus8 handpiece that is bipolar radio frequency delivery of RF energy subdermal for subdermal addle remodeling. The Morpheus8 goes 3 depths of penetration: 2 millimeters, 3 millimeters, and 4 millimeters. We will choose our depth as to the body area we're working. Periorbital is typically 2 millimeters, the face 3 millimeters, and the body 4 millimeters where the skin is thicker. I'm going to demonstrate now and show you how it auto-ejects at 2 millimeters. Face, which would be 3 millimeters. And body, for where the skin is thicker, 4 millimeters. We have had the numbing agent on for 35 to 40 minutes. We're going to take every trace of numbing cream and makeup off. We want the skin as clean as possible before the procedure. So after I take it off with this tongue blade, I'm going to use a mild cleanser followed by prepping the skin with 70% isopropyl alcohol to get all traces of my numbing agent off that might have been left behind. Now that I have cleaned the skin thoroughly and removed all traces of the numbing agent, I chose my setting, face settings, which will be 3 millimeters in depth. You're going to at a 90-degree angle, place on the skin, 30 to 50% overlap, and begin. What I'm watching for is to be sure that I don't have excessive erythema and edema, but what I need to expect is a little redness and swelling and pinpoint bleeding. Okay. Okay. Morpheus8 can be used on all skin types. We can adjust our energy for darker skin types to reduce that risk of post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. Or on lighter skin types, we can be more aggressive, depending on the degree of correction needed. See, the skin is just from here, it's just slight erythema. And we'll begin to see a little edema. And mild pinpoint bleeding. Now I'm going to change my setting because I want all women like to have a little extra tightening underneath their eyes. So I'm going to change my setting to periorbital, which will be 2 millimeters in depth. I'm going to pull the skin down. Energy for underneath the eye, periorbital, is 20. On the face, my typically starting point can be anywhere from 20 to 30 up to 40. Okay, now I'm going to go back to face and start with the forehead. If I have older, thinner skin on the forehead, I adjust my energy. I lower my energy levels. Rose has very healthy, great skin. Just a small amount of laxity that she would like to address. When I'm working on the nose, I flatten as much as possible. and I place perpendicular to the skin, and then I might push up so that all my edges have contact with skin. I'm going to go ahead and finish the forehead because the forehead is typically a very sensitive area. Before I begin the procedure, I've gone over all the post-op instructions so that they have an understanding of the care post. When treating the eyebrows or between the eyebrows, you want to stretch the skin taut and nice contact, 90 degrees angles. You want to be careful not to rock up, that you want all edges, all corners or sides of the handpiece, the tip, to be touching the skin. When I'm working on angles or on bony prominences, I'm sure to stretch the skin and have nice contact. I can even roll the skin up to make a flat surface. Just pull it up along the mandible. Okay. We're going to go up to the vermilion border and not go over the lip. So I can stretch, place, and then press the skin. When I'm doing the upper lip, I'll have them roll their lips in together to help provide a flatter surface and a tight. I'm going to have the client turn her head to give me the best position to be 90 degrees. Post-care, Rose is going to keep her face clean with a mild, gentle cleanser. And for the first 24 to 48 hours, use a protective skin barrier such as Aquaphor. After 2 days, and she has little brown dots that appear, she can go to a gentle moisturizer and apply sunscreen. Tonight, I might recommend that she sleep elevated on a pillow. Okay. Now I'm going to change to the eye settings, the periorbital setting, which will be 2 millimeters, and finish this eye. I'm going to pull the skin down tightly so that I'm working on top of the orbital rim. To address the laxity that we get there. Because it's a bony area and I am on the orbital rim, I'm stretching, then placing my handpiece, then I'm going to push the skin against my handpiece so that I have nice contact. Again, I have to stay on the orbital rim. And we want to stay away from not on the eyebrows themselves. I'm going to stretch, place, and then push the skin against the edges so that I have nice contact. Around the eyes, periorbital, is where we get a skin laxicity. It's really good for the tightening of the skin. Gives them a little bit lift too by going above the eyebrow and below the eyebrow, as long as I stay on the orbital rim. I numbed rose below so we can get that subdermal adipocyte remodeling. We want to get this area. You still doing okay? The tips or the pins are single, one-time use only. When I'm working, sometimes underneath the mandible, I will take and I will pull the skin up to maintain a flat surface. I'm addressing the jowling issue that we have sometimes. Again, this is for subdermal adipocyte remodeling. When I'm working, I want to address the skin that's right underneath the mandible, and it's kind of a bony prominence. I'm going to pull the skin up so I have a flat surface to work on. (30 to 50% overlap). And if the skin appears that it can tolerate it, you can do 2 passes. With the Morpheus8, you expect to see erythema, a little swelling, edema, and the pinpoint bleeding from our depth of penetration. After the procedure, you can take moist 4x4s to use as cool compresses to help cool the skin. And not only is it help cooling the skin, it's helping me clean the skin. I'll leave these on for 5 to 10 minutes before I take them off and apply my Aquaphor. Pinpoint bleeding is typically gone by the time I remove my 4x4s. Clients love this. Feels so soothing to help take the heat out. Now I'm just going to use Aquaphor as a protective skin barrier and just put a light coat. This also is soothing.